My Hero Academia, Season 7, Episode 9, Extras. And I gotta say, as my name suggests, it's a terrible day to be an extra versus all for one. Let's talk about it. All right, guys, Brent here back with Geek Variants. Cover all things Marvel, DC, Lord of the Rings, anime, gaming, Star Wars, and more. This time, My Hero Academia, Episode 9, Extras. And look, this episode was more of a filler because last week's episode was just straight up action, action, action. Even though we got a good bit of action throughout this episode, it was well paced. I really enjoyed what we got to see here. What we got to see here was Kuneida make his entrance, all for one's most lethal assassin overall is the one who's going to be introduced, and he is on a one-man mission to finish off the league. He has absolutely no remorse, no morals, no conscience. Things are going to be wild. If you thought Stain was bad, then this guy is going to be something else entirely. And we found out Stain is the person who's been giving information to the heroes. He's been infiltrating the villains and passing the information along. I guess meeting Deku had a little bit of an impact on him and his mindset and where everything's at overall. As the episode progressed, we also got to see a huge shout out to Shoto, who has absolutely been a standout character for the season. Because look, Shoto, no matter what happened with him story wise, it was a win for me going into this season. He was winning in the sense that he was able to overcome Endeavor's darkness. That is a huge win of itself. Then the fact that he not only showed out and took out Toya slash Dobby with that straight up vicious sucker punch to the solar plexus, yeah, my boy's winning. He's doing a fantastic time. He may have taken up my real fan favorite character for myself, Dami, but at the same time, Shoto did was absolutely necessary to get done. Got things moving in the right direction, which this information then in turn helps upset Spinner. Spinner has taken a new quirk, and he went from being, a casual heteromorph to now he is a giant basically alligator monster where he's akin to Killer Croc in DC Comics, but significantly bigger. Not big enough to be, say, Godzilla, but he's a fairly large creature, very difficult to stop. Now he's more motivated than ever because he looked up to Dobby. Dobby had that drip, Dobby had that swag, Dobby had that style, that little je ne sais quoi, whatever you will about him. That absolutely made Spinner want to be like him. He's like, that dude has it all. He has drive, he has goals, he has ambition. And Spinner's really been someone who's kind of like struggled figuring out where to end up. And because society was cruel to him, he ended up starting to go into the league. And next thing you know, he ended up being following Shigaraki, and now he's loyal to this cause. So he's going all in on this situation. And what we're talking about, all for one, is just wrecking shop, having a great time, and he was able to land a significant blow against Endeavor. That shot, where it took out more than half of his ribs, is definitely something that's going to play a heavy factor into what's going on here. So pay attention to Endeavor. Endeavor's going to have to really pull himself together at this moment in time, pull himself up by his bootstraps because things are tough. And right now, because he's down and out and having his little mental moment, because, all for one put things exactly as the truth is. You ruined Toya. You ruined Shoto. This is your fault. Shoto is having to pick up the pieces of your mess. And then he let, him know in no uncertain terms, hey, you remember Toya when you went looking for him and how there was no body? Now two and two have been put together, and he's realized all for one was the one who snatched his son and then made things go and continue to progress to the moment in which they're at now. So he lashed out, took a huge shot to the ribs. Now he's down on the ground, and he's going to really need to pull himself together because up in the sky, Hawks just got turned into Swiss cheese by one of All for One's quirks. Tsukiyomi took a giant shot as well, and he's bleeding everywhere. And our girl with Jax is now missing one of her ears, which is like half her power, so to speak. So things are in an absolutely wild position overall for our heroes. Seeing how these little sections will continue to move on will be a huge factor in our season as we continue to progress throughout the story. Don't really have too much else for you. Really excited to see next week's episode. You guys are going to get some more backstory and some more filler, I should say, in on about Endeavor and his story. That if you've read the manga, which by the way, go ahead and go buy those, go support those, have a good old time with those. You know where things are going. Things are only going to continue to get darker and darker from here. What is not that dark is hitting that lovely red subscribe button. It's the logo bottom right corner or in the red box below. Be sure to do that because we have a 1,000 subscriber giveaway coming up for you. This is just some of the goodies that you could be entered to win if you are one of our lucky subscribers who can be a winner. This episode has been a winner, and you'll be hanging out with a winner later on. If you come hang out with Will for Kaiju number 8, and then tomorrow with us for some Demon Slayer and House of the Dragon for some Sunday double action. See you there, folks.